I've always enjoyed being around nature. I love being outside. I've always been an animal lover, both pets and wild animals, and being outside gets me closer to nature, and it lifts my spirits. The two of us met at the University of Arkansas Little Rock. We were both in the same major program, and we had several classes together. What I like most about Nick is he was smart. I thought he was cute too, but he kind of acted as a teacher's aide in some of our labs, and he proved me wrong on a lot of stuff. So that's what first caught my attention, was how much stuff he knew.
She was fun to be around. She liked to be outdoors like I did. She was funny. We got along really well, laughed at each other's jokes and stuff.
On December 18th, 2012, I got really sick. I just finished my semester in college. I just finished finals. I was really tired, worn out, and we thought I had the flu, which I'd never had the flu before, so I didn't know what it felt like to have the flu. And the day before I went to the hospital, I was so sick and so weak, I couldn't walk. I could hardly move.
When I got to her house, I found her on the couch. She was completely purple, hands clenched up. She didn't realize what was going on, so I woke her up, and then she realized that she hurt all over. She felt like her body was on fire, and so we called an ambulance to come get her. They wouldn't let us see her for the first couple hours, and once we finally got to see her, the doctor pulled us aside and said that they weren't really sure what was going on yet, but she had a lot of systems failing and that they weren't really sure that she was going to make it through the night. It was really hard to hear that.
I don't remember the first few days really well. I was awake and conscious, but I didn't know what was going on. I didn't realize how serious things were. And when the blood test came back, they realized it was the strep bacteria had gotten into my bloodstream. Since they knew it was strep, it was cured with antibiotics within a couple of days. But by that time, the damage had been done on my extremities, and I knew they were gonna have to amputate. After my amputations, which were both of my legs below the knee and 5 of my fingers, they decided I wasn't gonna get better unless they sent me to rehab and got me moving around. And they decided to send me to Baptist rehab. After just 1 or 2 days of being there and moving around, how much better I felt was just amazing after being bedridden for so long. When I got fitted for my prosthetic legs, I was really apprehensive about standing up for the first time. All the doctors, nurses, therapists, everyone told me, you're gonna walk again, you're gonna do everything you did before. And I believed them. That's probably what got me through. I was like, I know I'm gonna walk again. I had no doubt about that. I advanced so quickly. You start off on the parallel bars, and then you kind of graduate to a walker. It was only a matter of days before I was walking by myself. And the way they did it, the therapists, they would get me talking about snakes or birds or something nature related, something wildlife related. And I was talking to my therapist, just, walking around the gym, and I had a cane in my hand and I was holding it up. Like I wasn't using it at all, and I had no idea.
After seeing her go through this experience and going through it with her, seeing how strong she was and just how such a good attitude she had, and I decided, that this is the girl for me, and that, I could spend the rest of my life with her. So I decided I was going to ask her to marry me.
It was totally unexpected, but I knew there's not every guy after 3 months of dating that would stick through something like he did.
After her getting back outdoors much more and being able to hike and stuff, and actually being able to walk down the aisle for our wedding, we decided that we wanted to go a step further and we wanted to go scuba diving. I've been certified and she's always wanted to go, and so we decided that for our honeymoon that we would get her certified and then we would actually get to go scuba diving somewhere. We started in the pool in Little Rock and got her training and learned to swim again, and then we got to go to Honduras and do our open water dives there, which was really neat to get her in the water, in the ocean where she could see all the wildlife and stuff.
As a disabled scuba diver, you have different classifications based on what you can and can't do for yourself. And while we were in Honduras, the few things that I had to do on my own, I was able to do. And so I'm not classified as a disabled diver at all. I'm just a normal open water diver. When I'm in the water, I feel like gliding through air. You have no aches, no pains. It's an environment most people don't have the option to see, It's not a lot of people do it, and it's just one of the most amazing things you can do.